Something like this comes along and it's like a totally new experience of getting out there and throwing on a pack and running between towns. The road's obviously, it's the fastest way to run a marathon is on the road, and slowing that down a little bit and using it as more of an experience. It wasn't so much, okay, I just got to click out 6-minute miles here. It's, you know, I'm going to look around, I'm going to see the scenery. Running has been and is a large part of who I am. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I've always enjoyed running fast, and that's easier done on the roads. But trail running has taught me to seek to do everything at the right speed, to savor the hours and minutes on your feet rather than just counting them. This is what this trip is all about, to bring those two worlds together and to discover an iconic American road that represents a different time when things were slower and our interactions somehow more meaningful.
I just wanted to find out about Route 66 and what it means to you.
Do you have a couple hours to spare?
No other road has captured the imagination and the essence of the American spirit quite like Route 66. It has inspired musicians, filmmakers, writers, and runners.
Well, it was the first road in America that went from coast to coast.
Yep, that's right. It was the first highway of its kind. Known as the Mother Road, it was a symbol of a changing America.
The world in the last 25, 30 years has changed so much. It is not a simple world anymore. It's a high-tech world. Zap, 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 fast, fast.
Well, I did too. Thanks a lot.
The 2,448-mile road connected urban and rural America from Chicago to Los Angeles, crossing 8 states and 3 time zones. And no, I didn't run all of that. I just ran a few sections here and there and grabbed rides in between. It was a running holiday, if you will, to try to experience Route 66 at a slower pace and partly on foot.
The world is literally looking for a slower way of life. They are looking for yesterday.
Where? Keep the spirit.
Keep the spirit
Of the Wild West.
of the Wild West.
A lot.
Alive.
All right, we got a deputy.
For nearly 6 decades, Route 66 nurtured communities and towns and encouraged travelers to soak in the landscape as the road bent and curved around the topography of the American West.
We didn't have the equipment to go through a mountain, we went around it. So you went around, dips, and around, so you couldn't make time. So when you opened the freeway, we were forgotten.
By the 1950s, the growth and success of America meant bigger and faster superhighways were needed, signifying the beginning of this iconic road's demise, as well as the towns and communities that existed along it. You know, along the route, you run into these little towns where there used to be, 100 people or a couple thousand people, and now there's just nobody.
When I moved here, the whole road was dead. You could drive on both sides of the road in either direction drunk, and you wouldn't get pulled over by the police. It's serious. No traffic, no cars, no law, nothing.
The day that we were bypassed, September 22nd, 1978, at about 2:30 in the afternoon, they finished building a 100-mile stretch here, and no longer did they use us. The following year, our government told the world the end of 66. We will not maintain it, we will not take care of it anymore. And we, the people, had to fight the government. They didn't know who they were up against. We stayed on them and stayed on them and stayed on them. They couldn't take any more heat, no more pressure, and we won.
You know, Angel was one of those guys that really stands out to you just in what he's been able to accomplish.
Just we the people that saved a little bit of America. It wasn't the governor, it wasn't the high-powered lawyer, it wasn't a brilliant history teacher or one of universities, it wasn't a congressman, state legislature, it was just you and I. We the people did it.
Did you see that?
Route 66 was and is more than just another highway. It is a symbol of the American way, a national icon of proud, independent, free-spirited adventure. And to this day, it serves as a reminder of who we were, who we are, and who we can be.
We have lost so much through the years of who we used to be. We got up and did things for ourselves. Whether we work to keep 66 going or not, we don't have to. The world wants it. The world wants it.
Preserving what I saw out there is something special. It represents a special piece of American history. And while only a percentage of the road has survived, its spirit lives on.
And people that know nothing about it are being confronted with a new way of life. And this is so important to me and the world. Yesterday isn't completely forgotten. We are still so much of how we were years and years ago.